Yeah, it's a little scary, man. Thinking about the Vita, it's a little scary. Because it could have been something. You know, I bet you they are. They're sitting there, like, kicking themselves. They're like, man, we almost had the Nintendo Switch before the Switch existed. They almost had it. That's why it's scary. And then Nintendo just swoops in and it takes all the glory. And it's funny because they both had similar systems and they both had mistakes that made them horrible. But they kind of recovered in different ways. Except Sony, I guess, technically didn't recover. But the Switch is just, you know, it's what the Wii U should have been. The Vita just tried to be way too ambitious, and it had too many moving parts. Like I said, it stumbled right out of the gate and just could not recover. Having like its own memory stick that you had to buy to save at launch. It had no internal memory until the second version. Second version didn't have an OLED screen. And was, you know, it was a cheaper option and technically, I guess, better because it did have some internal memory. And I'm not even talking about the price, man. I would have to look at what I have. I think I only have like an 8 gig memory stick or whatever they're called. And I think it was like an extra $100 for that thing. And you had to buy one at launch or you were not saving. It was insane. You know, and obviously, you know, you could get it with a data plan. So you could play your whatever games anywhere, multiplayer, which I think is the reason for the class action lawsuit, if I'm remembering that correctly. And then just like immediately at that point, that's what caused it to be like a problem. Like nobody wanted to buy it. Really only enthusiasts wanted it. So it just never had an install base, never got that support from like more than just first party development and maybe a couple exclusives that were funded. Could not bring it back. I don't want to say they put in maximum effort, but they really did try and kind of make it like, you know, this is a companion for the PS4. You know, you can stream from it. They've already done the streaming thing. The Vita did that before this portal. I didn't have good enough internet at the time to kind of stream, and it would kind of work, but then like after a while, it just like got so like, I don't know what would happen, but it would just like desync and just get bad. I guess that's the word. It would desync. But like they had it, and I know people used it a lot for Final Fantasy. You basically had the only version of Final Fantasy 14 that was mobile. And I would not be shocked to hear people still do that to this day. I would not be shocked to hear that. Unless like the PS4 version of 14 is like not supported anymore. And the Vita was a great indie machine. Like that was probably the bread and butter for a long time. Is like, it was the only system that was portable and strong enough to play, you know, some of these games that were only on console or PC. That was kind of the big thing, because it wasn't getting exclusives. It wasn't getting new games. So it was basically just like you could play Spelunky or whatever indie game on there, and Final Fantasy 14 streamed from your PS4. Weird time in history. Gaming history, not like actual world history. The Vita had literally no impact on anything. At a world level. Maybe in the gamosphere, but not the worldosphere. I couldn't tell you what was coming out on the Vita at the end of its life. And I really did mean to pick up Muramasa, and I never did, and I regret it. But even if I did get it, there'd be no way I could stream it. I'd need a Vita TV. That would be the only way I could stream it. And I don't even own it. And I can't even get the DLC anymore. I'd need to like speak with a Sony PlayStation representative and just have them donate all that stuff. What's the resolution of the Vita? It had to be like 720-ish. 960 by 540. I mean, well, I guess that's the screen's resolution, but what resolution could the games go up to? I guess they wouldn't really have to go above that. But if you had a Vita TV, I think that would kind of matter. Or maybe it just didn't. Maybe they just... Yeah, what's the deal with that? Upscale to 720? That's not too bad. You couldn't upscale it to like 1080p. There's no way. So it might not look supremely great on like a big screen, but like if you just had like a little personal TV, it probably looked okay. At least they tried. Like, that's what I'm saying, is they tried, man. They really did try to save the thing. Like Nintendo with the Wii U, they kind of just were like, okay, let's pack it up and just get something better.